we got a first look. NBA 2K24 with pro play, whatever that is.
Finally, we get the first ever
Shout out Chris
gameplay
Moon.
footage of NBA 2K24. And they're introducing pro play, which is some kind of technology where they take the animations from actual NBA game footage. Normally, they'd have to get the player into the studio to mocap the moves, but now they can just take the moves from the footage and put it in the game faster. So here's an example. Kevin Durant kind of does this head fake, then he pushes off, try to create space, and it's the exact same animation as the gameplay clip. So that's very interesting. We'll have to see how this plays out, but the animations do look good.
So they got all 400 and 500 players in the side mocap, bro. To do that?
In this trailer.
I'm sure that was hard. Getting all 500 NBA players to come to 2K headquarters and just get mocapped into the game.
Then 2K's had.
What the hell?
But the animation.
I know it is who I think it is. I know it ain't is who I think it is.
Do look
Hold
good
up.
In this.
Oh, Paul! He said, come on now, Draymond. Forward to Draymond. His dad's right there in the stands. Jordan Poole's dad right there. Yo, he's in the stands. Yeah, cook him up. Cook him up.
Then 2K's having fun with the whole Jordan Poole versus Draymond. They've got a clip of him making a shot.
Wemby.
We got Wemby with a block. The fadeaway from DeRozan. There's Poole pulling a three over Draymond. And then, of course, he's going to celebrate. Everybody's celebrating. Look at Giannis getting some revenge
on Jimmy.
And, of course, they've got a lot of the celebrations that the players were doing this year. They're adding it in with the Jimmy Butler timeout taunt. So let me know in the comments section.
Bro, they really got Reese.
In with the Jimmy Butler timeout.
Bro, you can't tell him. They really got Reese.
So let me know in the comments section. What do you think about this gameplay trailer? And do you think pro play is going to be a problem? Or is this just good marketing? I guess we'll find out mid-season. If a player does a crazy move and then 2K adds it in with the quickness, then this is a problem in a good way.
All right, that's not it. He's talking about the adrenaline boost, directional steals, takeover on the fly, green or miss.
With another video, because now 2K has released a blog talking about new gameplay changes. This year's game, when you fill up the takeover meter, you're going to be able to pull up a menu that lets you choose between finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, rebounding, or physicals.
That's game changer right there.
So you no longer have a set takeover. You can decide what you want per game.
Bet. It's bet.
That's actually dope because depending on who you're playing, haven't you ever been in a game and you're like, I wish I had this takeover instead because these guys are doing this and I wish I could have attacked like this. So now you get the freedom to choose. The takeover categories are finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, rebounding. That's one category. And then physicals. So when you pick a category, your attributes in that area are going to go up. If you get double takeover, then you can pick two categories that your ratings are going to go up. When you unlock Mamba mentality, when you activate double takeover, all of your attribute categories are going to get boosted, making you a true beast on both ends of the floor. Wow. Now, they don't say that takeover is giving you the special abilities that we're used to, like ankle breaker or post, right? So who knows how that's going to work, or maybe that's no longer there. Maybe it's just straight ratings that are getting boosted, but it sounds very interesting. Yeah. Now for shot timing, players who play on Hall of Fame difficulty or in the rec or the city will be playing with green or miss shot timing for the ultimate challenge. But if you're in team-based modes like quick play, my NBA, or my team, you're going to have more forgiving shot timing, so you don't have to memorize every single player's release to the exact frame to be successful. So the green or miss is returning for online, for the park, for the rec center, and in my career. But when you're playing my team, any 5v5 mode where you have AI teammates, then the shot timing is not going to...
Okay, but at first that didn't make sense to me, but now it does. I see why, because you only controlling your player in the park and rec. So you should know your shot. Okay.
Green or miss.
You saying it's like this is just like a way to finesse you into spending more time on 2K. That's smart. Okay, green or miss. Because you spend more time on 2K to perfect your shot so you can be an effective long distance shooter. So it makes sense. At first, it didn't make sense to me. Like, why is it green or miss? It's not realistic. Then I started to think about it. Oh, yeah, if you want to control your player. And 2K has to find a way to make the game more appealing and keep you on it. So that green or miss. So you got to work on your shot timing. And that's going to make you stay on the game for longer.
You have AI teammates. Then the shot timing is not going to be green or miss. You can probably get some slight leads like we've seen in the past. They also have new shot timing settings. So now you can use a visual cue. So instead of a time-based release, you can set your desired release point based on certain animation cues. They still have the old timing version, but now you have the option to switch it to a visual cue.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that visual. That's more realistic, bro. That's real life right there. Ain't no time and shot timing. No such thing as shot timing in real life, bro. The only there's no green meter in real life. Visual evidence, that's real. That's real.
But now,
because if you're smothered, you're gonna fade away. You're not just go straight up.
You have the option to switch it to a visual cue. Layup timing is
based on how the player's defending you and whatnot. You probably gonna have different jump shots, different forms, different angles. So the visual is clutch. Instead of them stupid timing, bro. That's not realistic.
On by default.
That's not realistic. Even in a video game, it's still not realistic.
And it's been redesigned to be much more forgiving for easy finishes at the rim while also rewarding the players who can master it with the ability to finish tough circus layups in traffic.
Okay.
And then dunkers, you can now hang on the rim by just holding.
Can I make the wide open ones, 2K? That's all I want. Can I make the wide open ones? Please. Please.
The sprint.
Wide open dunks and wide open leg. Can I make them?
Button when you trigger a dunk. They still have.
I'm an NBA player. I should be able to make them.
Force contact dunks. The only difference is you have to green the dunk on higher difficulties or you will miss with the dunk meter.
Even the wide open ones? Oh, nah. I give you on traffic, but not the wide open ones, bro. Ja Morant don't know how to do green dunks, bro, when he's in traffic. You know, he don't know how to green dunks when he's in traffic. He has poorly released, too early release, too late release. He's never on time.
Adrenaline boosts are back now, but it's a little bit different.
You know, Ja Morant doesn't time his layups perfectly. Ja Morant doesn't time his dunks perfectly.
Since boosts are no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances. But boosts will disappear every time the on-ball defender can bump the ball handler on a drive attempt. The cost of losing adrenaline is different this year.
That's what I said. You just keep adrenaline in the game because that's realistic. You want to be more realistic and arcadey at the same time. That's what you got to keep the adrenaline. Yeah, keep adrenaline. Like I said, it's not just in basketball, it's in all sports.
Dramatically slowing the ball handler down, losing a bar is going to heavily impact your shooting attributes. Mike Wang actually had a video where he was talking about the dribbling, and he said that if you get bumped and then you go up to shoot, even if you do get by, your shot's probably not going to go in when you lose your adrenaline bars. So it sounds interesting, but it does seem a little suspicious because in the blog they're saying you can only lose the adrenaline on a drive attempt.
How can you lose adrenaline? If the defender is chasing you down, you should have adrenaline. That's just human nature right there. So you're taking the human nature element out of it. I know it sounds realistic, but I know it's a video game at the same time. So I guess it's going to make sense.
Drive to the basket and they get bumped, let's say above the three-point line. Does that knock down the adrenaline? I don't know the answer to that question. So if you're just dribbling not to drive, but to shoot, that might not change anything that we're seeing here. Maybe
So you do the little Steve Nash curl, the little CP3 curl, when you go under the rim. They'll all of a sudden come back to the three-point line, to the corner, and shoot a three. You're going to lose your adrenaline?
Going to the basket, it'll change it. But if you're just staying on the perimeter, then you're never going to lose an adrenaline bar. And then it would be the same thing that we're used to. You could run and do a fading three, right? You could just, so who knows? Or maybe if you do bump them, I guess they're going to have to clarify that. But just reading this, it sounds like that's the loophole. We may only see a difference for people going to the basket to score, but not for people running around on the perimeter to shoot. Now, this blog does have a skill-based defense section, and they're talking about the defensive movement has been improved, and now they have directional steals coming back. They're claiming this is going to give locks more tools to pester ball handlers, and you need to reach with the correct hand.
I already do this anyway. I've been calling for this. I'm the best defensive player, bro. I know IQ and all. I know when to reach and when not to reach. When to gamble, when not to gamble. That's me. That's for me. Oh, no one's going to get by me. No one's going to get by me. I don't even have to create a lock. I just know you ain't going to get by me because my IQ is up there. Like I said, you have to create a playmaker to drop dimes. If you have a high basketball IQ, you're automatically going to drop dimes just because your IQ is so high. Whoop-de-doo!
Closest to the ball and avoid reaching across the body to maximize the success and avoid foul calls. You can also use the
you don't have to create a lockdown to be a lockdown defender. You just gotta have a high IQ, and which I do.
Steals to play the passing lanes by flicking the right stick in the correct direction to get your hand in the way and deflect the pass. On paper, that does sound good. They're making it more skill-based to get steals, but the question still remains: if somebody runs right in front of me and dribbles like crazy, can you steal the ball, right?
It depends on their rating, Smooth. It depends on their rating. If you guarding a dude with 75 dribble, bro, yeah, you should be able to rip him. You got a dude with the 95, 99 dribble that's made to dribble. They made the player just to dribble. You ain't ripping them. With all the badges too, you're not ripping them. See, look. Say like if you had 99 defense with all the badges and you playing someone with 99 dribbling, but they don't have no badges, then you should rip them. But if y'all equal with all the badges with 99, yeah, you shouldn't have rip him. Because he has the advantage right now because he's made to dribble against good defenders.
None of that stuff.
So it's a balance. You got to find that balance. And offense always beats good defense. Good offense always beats good defense.
Stuff matters that they're saying if you can't steal the ball when somebody does something crazy right in your face. So we have to wait and see how that plays out.
You all play basketball. Someone did something crazy right in front of our face. We weren't able to rip them. They recovered the ball so quickly. But you all done that in real life too. Someone did something crazy. You up there playing basketball. And the person that you guarding did something crazy right in front of your face. You try to go for the ball, or you try to reach in and get the steal, and they made you look stupid. And they recovered so quickly and drove right past you, did a floater or layup, or passed it to one of their open teammates.
Because I'm a bit suspicious. There does seem to be a loophole with this new system with the dribbling. I don't know how it's going to play out. On paper, this sounds good, but we won't know until we get our hands on this to see how it plays out. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Also, I'm going to leave a link to the full blog because there are
y'all getting excited. I ain't going to lie. I'm kind of good. Just a little excited. I can't get huge excited because it's 2K. And you know the server's going to be down the first day because it's 2K on the first day. No, the servers ain't going to be mad. Hey, the server's going to be bad.
A few of the most important. It's a good read.
So I advise you not to spend VC on the first day. I highly advise you not to spend VC on the first day, bro. Cause so you ain't gonna see that VC for a week. You ain't gonna see that VC for a week. They gonna take your money instantly, but you ain't gonna get the VC for a week.
So check it out. My song.